What is going on, everybody? It is your pal Tunnel Nuck back with a brand new video. Sorry guys that it has been a while. A lot has changed since my last video. I'm sorry for the lack of uploads really all throughout the season. I'm going to try to bring you guys some content in the off season and definitely do more videos come the new season coming up in September. But I kind of want to, do a bit of a recap, go over a few things, and really talk about the importance of development. That's going to kind of be the importance of this video here. I want to talk about development. I want to talk about the draft. I want to talk about things that have changed, all that kind of stuff. So since the last time I talked to you guys, a lot has changed. Patrick Allvin and Rutherford are out. Ryan Johnson is the GM. Sundins take presidency of hockey operations, and we are still looking. No, we already got a new head coach. I struggle with his name, but it starts with an M. We'll just call him Coach M. He is in as well. So a lot has changed, and a new picture coming into this season, and what the Sundins had back in 2011. They went to the Stanley Cup final. Sadly, did not win it, but made it there. And the culture that team had, bringing back, some of that old Canuck. They really live for that city, and I think it's going to be great to have these guys in a role where they kind of have a little bit more power, a little bit more say, and they can really bring this culture back to what it used to be. I want to talk about kind of what the Sundins have hinted at. Ryan Johnson's hinted at this, the importance of development and developing these young guys into, core players. And, we're kind of seeing different takes of, development and how it's going. But I want to use this example, and I know I've talked about this in a previous video, but how mismanaging, your development can affect so much when it comes to the league stuff, the young guys that you're bringing up, and making sure that when you're drafting players that not only are going to fit the culture that you have on the team. With us picking third, it's going to be very important that we bring somebody in who wants to be in Vancouver and wants the best for the team. And there's rumors going around that the Canes are possibly interested in acquiring Pettersson. I know the Stanley Cup champions are out here looking at Pettersson. I'm not for sure really what they see in him. As it's really been a struggle for PD, and going into this year, the confidence is kind of iffy with him in terms of how well he is going to produce this season. Is he even going to be somebody that we see come the start of the season, or will this trade with the Canes work out? Those are kind of all things that are up in the air as of the moment, because obviously there has been no trade. As of now, PD is still a Canuck. It's just a matter of how much longer. And I kind of want to emphasize on how important the team is not only to people in BC, but, fans across the country. As, I don't live in Vancouver. I don't live in BC. I live in Ontario, and I am a huge Canucks fan. But the importance of this team and, what our expectations are coming into this season, obviously, they're not too high. I respect what the Sundin said. The fastest way to do it is as slow as possible, and because you want to make sure that this rebuild goes well. You have a few examples of a rebuild going well. You got Montreal, you got Buffalo, and those are just two teams that had a spectacular year, and really blew everybody out of the water with how they performed. And I think that is a rebuild done right. Obviously, it took Buffalo a long time, and it took Montreal a long time to get to the point where they were comfortable with the team that they had, and how long the rebuilds took. So we're not expecting amazing things coming this offseason, but we definitely want to see more passion. We seen it there a little bit last year, where it just didn't seem like, they were kind of, we've lost already, this season's a goner, especially towards the end there, that everybody just kind of seemed to have given up. So we're hoping for a better outcome this year. We're hoping for a little bit more passion. Obviously, nobody's expecting the Stanley Cup back in Vancouver this year, as much as that would be very much appreciated. Don't think that's going to happen this year. But, it's going to be great seeing what we do with the third overall pick. And I want to know what your guys' thoughts are. Let me know what you guys think. What about the draft rankings? What do you guys think of the Leafs getting the first overall pick? Do you think McKenna becomes a Leaf? Who do you think the Leafs pick first overall? And who do you think Vancouver picks? Like I said, guys, I'm so sorry for the lack of uploads. It's been crazy. But I will be live on Twitch this weekend. So make sure you jump on over to twitch.tv/TunnelNuck and come watch me play some NHL. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope that the end to the hockey season was just as amazing for you guys as it was for me. Congratulations to the Carolina Hurricanes on being your 2026 Stanley Cup champions. It was well-deserved, hard-fought. Them in Vegas battled it out till the end. And overall, it was a great playoffs this year. Couldn't have asked for, more entertainment. And the passion that was brought into this year was crazy by all the fan bases. Seeing Montreal go as far as they did in Buffalo. That series was my favorite series, hands down, of the whole playoffs, was Buffalo versus Montreal. But all great things got to come to an end, and sadly, hockey season is over. But we still keep up with it. There's still so much to do. We got the draft on June 27th, so make sure you guys come back here probably June 28th and see who we picked third overall, and we'll kind of do a deep dive into the team for next year, or what the picture will potentially look like. I hope, once again, you guys have a great one, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.